Electing William Samoei Ruto as the next president of the Republic of Kenya will be Kenya's biggest mistake. That's the verdict of none other than the Speaker of the National Assembly, Justin Muturi. And just like I keep on saying on this platform, in politics, nothing happens out of mere coincidence. Everything in politics is normally well designed, well scripted, and executed to achieve a specific political objective. What was the objective of Justin Muturi's statement? That's the question which Kenyans should be asking themselves. Because for a long time, most Kenyans believed that Justin Muturi was actually going to be William Ruto's running mate. But from all indications, that is not going to work. So what was the objective of that statement? Justin Muturi is alleging three important things. Number one, that William Samoei Ruto is a master in pretending in order to get votes. So basically suggesting that William Ruto is just pretending to the people of the larger Mount Kenya region that is good, he will serve their interest just for the goods, for the votes. Number two, he's also saying that having interacted with William Ruto of late, the DP has revealed his true self as someone who is very selfish. Now that's Justin Muturi. And he goes further, number three, to caution the mountain against any idea of folding their parties in order to join William Ruto's party, UDA. So what was the objective of Justin Muturi's statement? Because remember, Justin Muturi was coming out as someone who was leaning towards the deputy president. And at some point, it was even suggested that he could be the running mate. And that probably President Uhuru Kenyatta had sent him, or was sending signal to where his votes will be. Justin Muturi is not your ordinary politician in this country. Justin Muturi is the Speaker of the National Assembly of this republic. And that's important. Apart from that, Justin Muturi is a very close ally of President Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. So when he started showing signal of working with the deputy president, and all of a sudden he's changing, what has happened? Because just recently, there were even suggestions that the president was actually intending to remove him from the speaker position. So in this video today, I want us to look or to try and understand what motivated Justin Muturi to make those statements. Because in politics, everything is designed to achieve a political objective. But before we do that, if you're watching this channel for the first time, I want you to take a second or two and click the subscribe button so that next time you produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And not just click subscribe button, you ensure you click the notification. And for those who want to support the channel in their small ways, the best thing you can do is to click that join button and follow that process. And my next video is likely to be on a gentleman called Farah Malim. Farah Malim is suggesting that Raila Amolo Odinga will be easily defeated by Ruto. And that it's only one Kenya alliance which will also easily defeat William Samoei Arap Ruto. What motivated the former speaker to make such a statement? But that's for another day. Let us get back to the main issue for today. Will electing William Samoei Ruto be Kenya's biggest mistake? I'm waiting for your answer. Or do you think or believe that William Ruto is the best for this country? That if today Kenyans were to elect William Ruto as the next president of the Republic of Kenya, then the next day, the Republic will definitely succeed. What is your thought on that? In my view, I tend to think that Justin Muturi's statement was motivated by the following factors. Number one is the failure to secure William Ruto's running mate. The truth of the matter is that as things stand today, William Ruto is settling on a running mate. And that running mate is going to come from the larger Mount Kenya region. That is the truth. And Rigathi Gachagua is emerging because the deputy president, in his own wisdom, has done something very strategic. He has knocked out everybody who was a potential running mate. He started by Moses Kuria, then went to, no, he started by, was it Moses Kuria first or Mwangi Kiunjuri? He began by Mwangi Kiunjuri, knocked him out. Then went to Moses Kuria, knocked Moses Kuria out. The deputy president then went to who? To Anne Waiguru, knocked Anne Waiguru out to an extent that Anne Waiguru had now to make a comeback to him. So it means Anne Waiguru will now defend her seat. Who else? So from the larger Mount Kenya region. So the only person now remaining is Rigathi Gachagua. And that's the truth. And the fact that Rigathi Gachagua is now the preferred running mate, and even the deputy president made that very clear. He kind of endorsed Rigathi Gachagua as his preferred candidate. I mean, as his preferred running mate. It means Justin Muturi doesn't have a chance in William Ruto's camp of becoming a running mate. So probably this is what might have annoyed Justin Muturi, and he decided that the best thing for me now to do is to hit on this guy. And he chose Meru, and he attacked him badly. So I think that the fact that the DP is not going to choose Justin Muturi as his running mate is what really motivated him to make those statements. That's number one. Number two, Justin Muturi could have been President Uhuru Kenyatta's Trojan horse to test water, to understand what the DP wants, his game plan for 2022. And the DP fell for the bait. Just like I maintained on this platform that Moses Kuria was President Uhuru Kenyatta's Trojan horse in William Ruto's camp. If you study the politics of Justin Muturi and that of the president, they are actually connected. I don't think Justin Muturi at this time can dump President Uhuru Kenyatta and then join Ruto. Of course, in politics, the only constant thing is interest. If William Ruto can serve his interest, then the better. But I tend to think, and I have believed that it could be true, that Justin Muturi was actually sent by the president to go and spy on the DP, understand his game plan. And when that comes, when the right time comes, then he was going to leave. And that's exactly what has happened. Because by that time, the deputy president and his brigades were actually very desperate. So when Justin Muturi announced that he was running for the presidency, the first person to join him was the governors from the Mount Kenya East. They pushed him. And then the leadership from the Mount Kenya East. I remember Cecil Mbarire. I remember Mithika Linturi. All those guys pushing for his bid. And then at some point, it started appearing as if he was hitting the president, hitting Raila Amolo Odinga. Then at some point now, he went mute. He has now emerged with his true colors, telling us that William Ruto is a master pretender, telling us that after interacting with the DP, he has realized that the DP is very selfish, and then he's advising everybody against following their parties. William Ruto's intention and strategy for the larger Mount Kenya region is that they should form one political party and then contest under that party so that they can win several political seats. Justin Muturi is now saying that's not the thing. So I think he was President Uhuru Kenyatta's Trojan horse. If you doubt that, go and check yourself. Number three, which is important, is that Justin Muturi could actually be positioning himself as a potential running mate to Raila Amolo Odinga. Raila Odinga has settled on a running mate from the larger Mount Kenya region. And Junet Mohammed just addressed the media. And according to Junet Mohammed, the event on 10th is not an ODM event. It will be for several other political parties. Right? And he went further to explain that ODM will organize their own events. So I'm foreseeing a situation where Justin Muturi and his party and other parties are likely to join Raila Amolo Odinga through an alliance. So the truth of the matter is that President Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga had the handshake. And from what I'm gathering, there's a high chance that ODM as a political party will produce the presidential candidate. And then President Uhuru Kenyatta, through Jubilee, will produce a running mate. I don't know whether the president will let Justin Muturi go or Justin Muturi will come back to Jubilee or the president wants to kill Jubilee. But the fact of the matter is that as long as the president will have a say on who becomes Raila Odinga's running mate, his chance of appointing Justin Muturi is just so high. Why? Because number one, Justin Muturi comes from Mount Kenya East. Number two, it will also help deal with the issue of Rigathi as a running mate, so that we will have Kikuyus. So if Kikuyus will stick with Ruto, it will be fine. Then Mount Kenya East can then be squeezed into a corner that you have your guy now as a running mate to Raila Odinga. What are you doing about him? So make sure you support him so that Raila Odinga can get the Mount Kenya East, and they are not few. Meru, Tharaka, Embu, they are scattered. You add to a 1, 2, 3 from the Kikuyu nation, Raila Odinga will be home and dry. And that's probably what the president wants. So Justin Muturi has been well molded, ready for that. So I think the timing, because Raila Odinga's event is actually this week, Justin Muturi is making this statement just a few days to this big event. And number 4, I think Justin Muturi, in my view, has a clear strategy. A strategy of probably post-2022. That they are going to have political parties in the larger Mount Kenya region so that they don't allow Ruto to control and dictate to them who will be elected. And once elections are completed, then they can bring those small parties together and probably form a major political party. And that's why he's insisting that the people of the larger Mount Kenya region should not allow themselves to fold their political party. I don't know what you think. And lastly, I think Justin Muturi is also asking the question, in whose hands are we safe? Every concerned Kenyan is asking that question. In whose hands are we safe? Is it Ruto? Is it Raila? Or is it who? So Justin Muturi is just reminding you that you can choose whatever you want, any person you want, but in whose hands are you safe? So for him, he's giving direction. Being someone who has been a speaker, he's giving direction. That for me, I strongly believe that William Ruto is not the right guy. We should forget about him. That's my view. And he's also saying that let us look at other options, the options available. What I don't understand is really Justin Muturi's game plan, because this analysis is assuming that is probably plotting to be a running mate. What if Justin Muturi is not planning to be a running mate? What if there are forces out there pushing Justin Muturi to run for the presidency and then win a few members of parliament here and there, deny the DP the votes? Because if Muturi is running for the presidency, his Mount Kenya East can decide to vote for him. He will get 1, 2, 3, or 4 members of parliament. Then use those to negotiate. Or there's a chance that the people who have been pushing for Musalia Mudavadi could also be plotting on a Mudavadi Muturi ticket. Because remember, Martha Karua has been doing a lot from the background. But Martha Karua is not interested in the running mate. Martha Karua is not interested in the presidency. She's very clear that she wants to be, Martha Karua wants to be the governor for Kirinyaga in 2022, which means she's already out. So Justin Muturi is likely to be the guy who is going to emerge as the face of the larger Mount Kenya region. I don't know what you think. If you're watching this channel for the first time, please take a second to click that subscribe button now. Just click it now. Let me give you seconds for those who have not really subscribed. Just subscribe now. It doesn't even cost anything. It's free. Just click that subscribe button now. I'm waiting. Okay. Thank you so much for taking your time and also for listening to me. I'm trying so hard to be impartial. Most people accuse me of being partisan. No. Just looking at views or at issues the way they are. Thank you guys, and please, may you have a good day. Bye bye.